Thank you. Mayor Giuliani, next question goes to you. A story right out of the news over the last several days. Many big brand name banks in this country, Merrill Lynch, Citigroup to name two of them, have gone overseas, it's been said, hat in hand, looking for these cash infusions up to $20 billion, literally to stay afloat, looking for money from governments of Abu Dhabi, Japan, Korea, Saudi Prince Alawid, whose money you turned away in New York after 9/11. The question is, and I know you know a lot of these people at Wall Street firms, the big New York banks, is there something, even though it's money to stay afloat, fundamentally un-American in what's going on?
Well, first of all, let's distinguish it from the presentation of the $10 million check. That was a very different circumstance. The prince came to Ground Zero at the request of the White House. I took him there to show him the devastation, I think in part to see how much of an alliance we could get and how much empathy we could get and how much support we could get. He presented me with a $10 million check for the Twin Towers Fund, and I took it. And then an hour or so later, I found out he issued a press release attacking American foreign policy and saying that American foreign policy and America's support for Israel was one of the causes of it. And I gave him the check back because I thought, and so did the people that advised me, they thought of it as blood money. That's a different circumstance.
Non-intervention was a major contributing factor. Have you ever read about the reasons they attacked us? They attack us because we've been over there. We've been bombing Iraq for 10 years. We've been in the Middle East. I think Reagan was right. We don't understand the irrationality of Middle Eastern politics. So right now we're building an embassy in Iraq that's bigger than the Vatican. We're building 14 permanent bases. What would we say here if China was doing this in our country or in the Gulf of Mexico? We would be objecting. We need to look at what we do from the perspective of what would happen if somebody else did it to us.
Are you suggesting we invited the 9/11 attack, sir?
I'm suggesting that we listen to the people who attacked us and the reason they did it. And they are delighted that we're over there because Osama bin Laden has said, I am glad you're over on our sand because we can target you so much easier. They've already now, since that time, have killed 3,400 of our men, and I don't think it was necessary.
Wendell, may I make a comment on that? That's really an extraordinary statement. It's an extraordinary statement as someone who lived through the attack of September 11, that we invited the attack because we were attacking Iraq. I don't think I've ever heard that before, and I've heard some pretty absurd explanations for September 11. To withdraw that comment and tell us that he didn't really mean that.
Congressman?
I believe very sincerely that the CIA is correct when they teach and talk about blowback. When we went into Iran in 1953 and installed the Shah, yes, there was blowback. The reaction to that was the taking of our hostages, and that persists. And if we ignore that at our own risk. That if we think that we can do what we want around the world and not incite hatred, then we have a problem. They don't come here to attack us because we're rich and we're free. They come and they attack us because we're over there. I mean, what would we think if we were, if other foreign countries were doing that to us?
Can I have 30 seconds, please?
No, wait a second. Let's all get 30 seconds.
They are coming.
We all want 30 seconds of time.